All right, guys. Quick review of the plan, some key things as we look to our game tomorrow against Flora. Just note we're at Richfield High School in Richfield, Minnesota, so obviously close to where we're at. So should be an easy commute for all of us. Game near roster you've seen. Obviously we've added a couple new faces into the group, so excited to get them into the team and see how they play. Itinerary, same as it's been. We're in the locker room at 5:30. Warm up begins at 6. And you can see as we go. So nothing's changed as far as that, but really making sure that even if you show up at 5:15, it's better to be there early than it is to roll in at 5:35. So, and we'll be in pinks tomorrow, which will be a nice change of pace. Match objectives. The main thing for me is we need to find our style again. Last week we lost our way in a good game against a good team, but much more counter-based than we usually are. So patient possession, make sure it's purposeful, looking and probe, and then obviously relentless for the full 90 plus. And that means our defending work. We started to drop off in some of our detailed defending, and that made the game tougher. If you look at, a big thing for me again is maintaining that clean sheet. We defended well for 90, but then it got into stoppage time and we gave up a poor goal just due to effort. So making sure that that's cut out. And then the most important thing for the day is, 3 points gives us the title. So, obviously we're preparing for more than just winning this UPSL conference. There's bigger things in front of us, but it starts by 3 points tomorrow and taking the title. So starters, some slight changes just due to availability of personnel. So Mitch will be in goal still. Will be the left side of the three. Ethan's in the middle, and then Nathan will join that group on the right side of the three. Scotty's now going to shift out to be the right wing back. Connor will return to the left. Abdi will start as the 6. Our 2 10s are Abai and McCrae, and then we'll have Derek and Cole as our two strikers to start the game. Attacking shape, you guys are pretty familiar. Obviously, the new guys, make sure you spend some time with this so you're familiar with what's expected if you enter into the frame or into the game in this shape. Build-up shape. It's good to see this again. What I did highlight is a little bit more rotation from our attacking mids and our holders, with Vlora's shape being a 4-2-3-1 typically, and their 2 holding mids will easily match up with our 2 10s. So obviously having our 10 drop down in the build-up phase to help get on the ball, we'll ask them some questions, and then our 6 can rotate. So that little rotation might free up some players and get someone facing forward. Quick peek at their shape, like I said, 4-2-3-1. Just highlighted the space that's going to be key for us. Our wing backs naturally sit in these gaps where I've said, exploit this space. Making sure when we're in possession, we get positioned in these spaces and really look to use this. We want to make the wingers drop deeper and have to defend. The more the wingers defend, the less they can attack. I also noted that, if we can get our wing back in those exploited spaces and get their outside back to jump and out press, then we really need movement from our striker or our attacking mid in behind that pressing outside back. So he leaves space. So can we get that movement and those runs in behind? And sometimes that movement may not get you the ball, but it's going to free space somewhere else. We need more movement in behind. We naturally want to come to feed a lot, and we need those movements in behind. Defensive shape reminders. The big thing I highlighted here was, making sure that our strikers are willing to come in back tackle and help on the opposition's holding mid. With 2 holders, we need to make sure that we help our midfield 3 really handle their holding mids and really help back tackle and make their life a little bit tougher in the build-up phase. And as always, those wing backs ready to jump and press out to their outside backs, not giving them space. And then similar to that note is our shape if the ball does rotate wide. So their left back's on the ball. In this case tomorrow, Scotty's jumped out and put pressure, and now we've created these 2 banks of 4 and 2 strikers. So again, there's that opportunity for the striker to come back tackle on their 2 6s and make their life tougher. Even if we can nick a ball and we're good on the counter, it'd be a good opportunity, and it's worth the additional effort defensively. The high press structure, the same. We're able to man mark everywhere. I think we've got the players and the athletes to do it. A couple highlighted things that I want to emphasize this week is our wing backs want to sit in between their wingers and their outside backs. All this allows us to do is if they make the decision to play longer into their wingers, where we're isolated 1v1 with our center backs, the wing backs can come back in and help assist the defending. If they play short, the wing backs can jump out to the outside backs and we press as we have. So make sure we're prepared to sit in those gaps. I show this video or show this image because it highlights that. If you find Connor, who's the left wing back, you can see where he's sitting off their right back a little bit. So he's able to then help our left center back and also get out to their right back if they play on the ball. So it's a pretty good example of that. West on the lower end here is a little bit tighter, but based on the Futures goalkeeper's body language, he's playing it to that side. So I'm not too concerned. Okay, here's probably the other shape that we will shift into come the second half, mainly because, again, it's our quality when we have, the addition of Jacek, Stevie, and then we bring Nils back into the fold. Having those three players across the front is the last thing that Vlora will want to see come the 55th, 60th minute as we start to really run at them and really get the game stretched and be open. So make sure you see this. Remember it. We'll talk about defensive shape from it later, but it's important to see. The defensive piece will be in the PDF that you'll receive. And the last bit is a video. Bear with me if it skips a little bit, but really I think it's the best sequence, and what I want you guys to watch is our use of the width. So restart with a switch right away, get Luke on the ball, pull their winger out, no big deal, we swing again. So now we've made him work a little bit. In to out again, we bounce around, and now we're finding the other space. What I think is important is that initial ball out to Luke made their right winger, or their right midfielder, a little bit more concerned about Luke as he comes back around to Will again. So as you watch, Will gets it. There he goes. He starts to drop, knows Luke's there. Now McCray times his run, comes in and picks it up, and he can play forward. Now Luke's free. Plays an incredible ball, and we would like to see it go in, but the whole sequence sums up everything that we've kind of been talking about, and it's the value of the width. So we'll watch it one more time. And this is why where we started to lose our way against Granite City, we became much more vertical and much more centrally located, and it made it easy from the counter. This ball here, who makes one of their better players work harder defensively, makes him less likely to be prepared on the counter. And we just shift them, we move them. It's a good mix of speed and patience. We've shifted them. And like I said, as it gets to Will's feet eventually, look at their behavior of their right midfielder and look what he does. And also note McCray's arrival. And he's looking, he's checking his shoulder, boom, he's on the turn, sucks him in, releases him. And if we can get service like that every time, our life will be good. So, all right, guys. So like I said, take the time. I'll send this in PDF, and then I will see everyone tomorrow.